That's actually a very good point. Yeah, and they will.
Well, let's see.
Be forced to start on that T side, so they, for their sake, better have a good one. And they've got already a couple of smokes and a few flashbangs on Karrigan and Nico, so it's gonna be really curious how they actually decide to use these. Oh, Karrigan. Okay, so Karrigan's gonna try to distract towards A. His teammates ready to explode up mid.
Karrigan might also just be smoking out jungle with the rest of his team going up connector. I think that's a possible play here.
There's the smoke.
And that is the play that they've going for. Some kills traded early on. Sorry, going in FaZe's favor.
I like this pistol. It's a hard to read pistol. It's hard to know exactly which way the FaZe players are going to go, and this has resulted in not only a plant, but they have a man advantage.
Body needs to get a kill. It doesn't. 4v2. It's going to be super hard to retake this side. Ray gets his third headshot of the round. That basically also ends all the chances that G2 had going for the retake. But it's just a fantastic pistol round execution by FaZe. Smoke worked out perfectly. G2 were not at all ready for that. First player, I think it was NBK who peeked window first. Just not at all ready for 3 players to be spread out middle after the smoke coming into A. Just flawless, near flawless round.
I actually like that pistol a lot. I'm going to note that down in my notepad.
So let's see, meanwhile, FaZe just basically playing it very slow. We see Apex has pushed into underground, and he's going to be met by Olofmeister any second now. He'll get spotted. Olof gets the better of it. Up 1 player early on. 3 G2 players currently in the A side. And Buddy pushes onto Nico, who inexplicably loses the duel. And now we see Rain and Olaf both down to 30 points of health. And all of a sudden, it's actually doable for G2. Let's see if Guardian doesn't spoil it all.
Yeah, he's in a good position, and that's everything spoiled. Bomb can go down pretty easily now. Oh, that is a stunning shot, and suddenly Kenny's appears out of nowhere, and he's going to take down Guardian as well, so all of a sudden Olaf has to do everything by himself. Oh god, getting tagged down as well, that's awkward. But the bomb plant will be his. But he's got no health, so he's going to have to really play the headshot angles here to try to even the battles, but can I do so for so long? We're using the smoke. Very smart
needs
play.
To get a pick here.
He really needs something, and he's going to know that he's surely very pressured, but how can you get the PK? It goes up on top, really smart stuff, but caught on the way down.
That was a good try by Olofmeister playing with the smoke. Not that far away from actually getting down for the box, and then considering the CTs had no kits, he actually might have been able to at least make it far closer. It's not like there was that much time left on the fuse at that point. G2 are taking their sweet time waiting out the smoke. But I mean, that was a sick round by MBK. I'm not sure if we have that on replay, but that was just that was just an unfortunate round to be carried.
Indeed. Yeah, he missed MBK's one, but wow. I was wondering if MBK was going to hit something from short, but like I was expecting more like the player planting on triple or something, but
that would have been a reasonable shot to hit.
Yeah, that would
not the jumping terrorist midair.
Yeah, exactly. Very interesting
so
stuff.
That's not how it's supposed to work.
But it's cool because it's definitely a good example of GT versus FaZe. The kind of things that we should expect is more of that. So that's an exciting prospect. Good pick.
Speaking with an AK aggressively towards middle. First 2 kills going the way of G2.
Mid control here is kind of FaZe's, but they don't have sort of the advanced mid control. Nice flick from Olofmeister, but still it's a 2v3 for FaZe, and they need to figure out exactly what the plan is. It looks like they may have concocted a plan here. We've got Guardian moving towards B apps with Olof, so I guess they will hedge their bets on this B bomb site.
What they really just need is just a fast trade on the B player. And we actually see Shocks now flanking all the way around T spawn. So that's gonna make things problematic for FaZe. May deal some early damage. Doesn't quite connect.
Ooh, nice by Olofmeister. Very nice, because MBK connected the first bullet as well. And Digtol is down to 6.
It was a nice play by Kenny, but he was just about half a second too late to actually stop the bomb plan from happening. But Olaf only has 6 points of health, so this is not going to be an easy round. G2 taking their sweet time once again.
Whil's position is it's limited. It has an expiration date. The CTs will eventually figure out that this is one of the best potential positions, and there it is. Shock's just, I think you must have seen the barrel of the gun. Gets the wall bang there, and the round will be G2's there with the defuse.
And again, no kit. So that could have actually easily gone bad had they waited just a tiny bit longer.
Yeah.
Really smart play by Kenny's, just running out a window there. So we see the early kills in middle. Once more. That's where Kenny is. It's just about half a second too late to actually entirely winning the round for his team.
So now it's just save city for FaZe. Just trying to use a handful of utilities to get this bomb planted on the A site will be the main plan, main objective. But say mid push is coming in from G2, so they will have easy rotations into the site. I do wonder if G2 will be happy just to give up the plant to just make sure that they can keep everyone alive.
Shock's is the one player in the site, so he's the only one who's going to be able to stop the plant at all. Let's see. Now he sees tons of players coming up, and Rain just destroys him.
Whoa.
Make that two.
Well, I guess, I mean, it's FaZe, isn't it? I suppose it is FaZe, so...
So much for hoping to get a bomb down. And now
Wow.
Nico's actually on mega flank.
That is insane. I can't believe they're in this position.
That's how quickly things turn around when you have Rain on your team.
Yeah, they're so good.
NBK only has a CZ.
There is that flank from Palace, though. That could do a lot of damage. Apex has a good angle on two players potentially. There's one. Well, he's got the one in Tetris. Goes for the transfer, can't quite find it. It's Carrigan, and he's got the AK as well. NBK will find him, but it's going to be Nico left, even though he's just got a P250. Can he chase down NBK? NBK's holding. He's going to go for the stick. Oh! That is so close. Very well done by NBK to steal that one.
And that really was the winning play. It was the only way you could win. A lot of players in that situation, when they heard him running, they might have just gotten off of it.
NBK's a beast, man.
That was close.
Nice.
That was close. Unfortunate for Nico to have pushed all the way through to jungle, because he did go to CT spawn initially, which obviously would have been the ideal spot for that bomb plan.
God, he's going to get an easy one there. Body going for a play. Maybe that would suggest to Guardian that there is a second player for a setup. Oh, he's not going to check the hard corner, but there is the trade from Carrigan exploding out of the Palace position. So this very fast contact play has worked out well here for FaZe. Another bomb down. These rounds are insane.
Ops is doing work. This is some fast Counter-Strike.
It is insane.
Well, and that's the retake for G2.
It's like everything is going at 2 times the speed.
They're not even playing the same game we were watching yesterday, are they?
Dude, it's crazy. Yesterday, because we had some a CLG versus Renegades.
Renegades and Heroic Mount.
Yeah, and so the CLG games were really interesting because they were really slow, despite the fact that it's like 16-12, 16-11 finish. The match lasted sort of like 50 plus minutes, which is quite a long time for that amount of rounds. And so I'm still like stuck in that mode.
Probably about 3 minutes in.
Yeah, no, exactly.
To this game.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's very, very fast paced, which is really cool to see. Very explosive teams. Okay, so once again going for the 2-man setup here towards Pit. It's really interesting considering that everyone's going Palace again. The Palace explosion will this actually catch G2 completely off guard because they are rotating or moving their positions and they're caught out in the open. Their body falling back to Sandwich is caught. And everyone's just getting annihilated for G2. This is
125
nuts.
on the clock, of course, and it's 1v5.
That's insane.
for NBK. What is going on here?
This is so fast.
FaZe really just going for the very quick executions currently. And I mean, it makes sense because they saw that G2 were double opping. But that's when you want to play fast. You don't want to let him get a bunch of picks across the map. And now, just like that, we see G2 just completely broke.
I wonder how much of it is a read against G2 and their CT side as well, because obviously, we see Guardian get that pick. I do wonder if they're looking for that forward setup from Guardian, and then of course in the following round, a great counterplay by just rushing Palace. You get in front of those players, you set up a pick. So that seems like a counterplay from FaZe to me.
I know it very well might be. Meanwhile, G2 of course are on a force buy, even though not one player has 3K. And FaZe have full money. Buddy got 2 kills.
What is going on?
I don't even know what to say, Dan.
I was sort of expecting that to slowly but surely happen. I mean, it starts off, Body gets 2 fantastic kills.
Well, to be
the
fair,
scout
like
comes
they
into
were already
play.
down 2 players at that point. What is going on here?
This is amazing. This is actually awesome, though. It's so fast. Both teams just going absolutely insane, just with the pace that they're both playing at.
Oh, this is nuts.
Because the other thing as well, because it's not just the pace, but everybody's hitting everything, which is amazing.
No, it's very enjoyable Counter-Strike to watch.
It absolutely is.
It's not really the tactical pinnacle of the game, but it is like
This is how
the highest skilled teams just putting on a clinic.
It's what NA Counter-Strike used to look like, maybe years and years and years ago. Super aggressive and puggy.
Yeah, but just without the super crazy skill.
Yeah. Yeah, this is nuts. I don't even know how to read some of these rounds. We have a very slow mid round here from FaZe, so they have slowed the pace down dramatically. It's 112, no one's dying. There we go, 110. There's a death. It's Kenny S in the window. He will have to smoke to escape safely.
It is of course a full buy from both teams because we might not see a single save round in this game.
It would be a waste, I think.
Yeah.
A waste of
Well,
these
FaZe
players.
did save once, but they won that round, so I'm not, not really sure what to make of that. Olaf gets the kill on Kenny, who somehow, for some reason, decided to stay in window
I was gonna
after
say,
his
yeah.
kill.
Because I think that was the mind game there, is that he would just, because he dropped the smokes, then he would just stay in position.
Olaf gets his second headshot of the round, takes out Body, another goal. Oh! And Olaf is just cleaning up the site. Now Guardian kills Apex in B short, and NBK's the last player alive.
Last one left. And he's now dead as well. Great round from Olaf Meister. The entry frags were pretty fantastic. I think G2, I think G2 were sort of doing it right because they were sweating FaZe out in middle. They got the initial kill. We saw Kenny with that, and then obviously Kenny gets traded. So I'm not sure exactly what G2 should have done differently, but.
Well, I mean, they really just needed not to be out-aimed by Olaf Meister, which really has been the case for almost every round so far. This game is like, well, Dan, what should they have done differently? Well, maybe don't let NBK one bullet 2 of you.
No,
one of you be there. I mean, it's like there's only so much you can work with, realistically.
Yeah, that's.
And of course, we now see G2 completely broke and yet going for a buy.
Nice.
Because that is what you do.
You can't give up. You can't give up now.
It is like an arms race at this point. You just get whatever you can.
I mean, Apex, I think, instantly bought. I think his teammates
he bought
so
way faster.
So he may have committed people, because look at that money. That's weird.
It was the same last time. He was the one who bought a scout.
I guess it kind of
no one
makes.
else had anything.
I guess the buy can kind of make sense because they are saving money from one player, so that's fine. So we'll see how it goes. We've got the FaZe side actually moving with 2 players in mid, so it looks like looking for that B split. MBK back at it again with the deagle. What else is he going to find for that?
That's a beautiful shot.
It's a golden gun for MBK at the moment. And there it is.
The second deagle kill. Meanwhile, Olaf is down to 4 points of health.
Absolute beast.
From Apex. And NBK is going to see more action come his way now.
2 already. Can he make it a 3rd? Almost.
Guardian down to 38.
Big damage done. Kenny S now, all he has to do is pepper a couple of these players. Guardian so low, 1 more bullet will do it anywhere. And
But he gets wrapped on by Nico.
Shocks though.
Shucks needs to get his kill, he doesn't.
That's so weak. Buddy can absolutely win this. 1v3, we've seen Buddy do crazier things. It's really Olaf though that he needs to be able to find a kill on somehow. He's trying to do it, but the smoke is down. Can't find the wallbang he needs. Olaf will escape on 4 HP in the apps.
It doesn't seem like FaZe will be giving him any of the duels that he needs. If any other players challenged him, then he definitely would have had a chance because they're just so low on health.
This is one of the reasons why FaZe have become as scary as they are. We're seeing discipline from them in spots where you typically see very individually skilled teams. The players sort of just play loose and just be a bit well, there'll be leaks in the game basically, just because
Yeah.
they'd be focusing too hard on their individual ability as opposed to the team play.
No, exactly, and it's really hard to sort of weed out all the inefficiencies, but still maintain your actual playing style. Because I think a lot of the time that sort of requires that you put in the stupid Counter-Strike playing time outside of team practice.
Yeah.
You still have to sort of do that.
You do, yeah.
Let's see, an actual save round tactic from G2.
This is cool.
Who are on an actual save round.
Yeah, this is actually really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Because as you say, it's actually a bit too rare that you see proper, very, very, very low eco strats or tactics
It's
used.
very rare these days.
And they're really important, they're really good. Won't be so good this time, but there is a frag, and for the cost of a flashbang and I think just a flashbang,
Yeah, only a flashbang I think they're on.
it is definitely a good investment. And back into the buy. 5-5 FaZe have climbed back after a very quick exchange of rounds and equalized things. It's very difficult to... I don't think we could possibly know who's going to win a round until right at the end.
No.
To be honest.
That is all we've learned thus far.
Yeah, it's actually just insane. Fast B split, perhaps here from FaZe. Rain straight in there, a connector with a fast timing. Those fast connector timings, I really love those. MBKs, got to be careful. Olofmeister bursting through the smoke, another one for him.
Just can't connect on the second one. There's a trade going into B. It's a 3v2. Heavily favors FaZe at this point.
Kenny and Body do go for it. Their money is not in a place where they can really easily
No, I
rebuy.
think he's safe at this point. It's just almost no chance. The 3v2.
They can buy again next round due to the loss bonus being 2,900 now.
Well, I mean it's G2, so they're definitely buying. If they save,
Yeah.
if they save 2 weapons, there's no doubt that they're buying. But let's see if they will, because Rain is on the hunt.
I'm loving this fast-paced Counter-Strike because it's the really fast-paced contact plays are a really good counter to mid-aggression as well, and so I think that's awesome because I feel like right now what we're seeing is the battle of pace and timings, where both essentially FaZe are playing very gambly, but I love that they have decided that that's a cool approach against G2, and you can always leverage stuff like that if you have really skilled players. You can actually make it a fairly consistent style of play.
And it also makes sense to take the big risks on the harder side of the map, because that's where only some of them need to pay off. You can still have a good path, as opposed to just playing super risky on the CT side, where also you have the money situation going against you. Kenny with the entry on Guardian. Kenny's had a bit of a quiet game so far.
And it's interesting too because that's a position from Guardian. That's a nice throwaway there from Nico. That position from Guardian, obviously, it's if you get a good spawn, if you get a pick and so on. But I do wonder again if it's there to punish the two-man setup because you can get Guardian in place to catch that timing. We already saw that once. Olof is just so good at working B by himself.
Olof is just so good in general. He's really come back to form.
He has.
After joining FaZe. Got 15 kills so far this game?
Maybe more even.
16 now. Yep.
Just one.
And it's gonna be another tough retake for G2. Now the thing they do have going for them is Nico and Olaf are both low. But as Apex goes down go their hopes of ever winning this retake, and they fall back.
Rain might catch
to
them.
once again save weapons.
If Rain catches even one, they have to save next round.
He will.
They need 2 to survive to buy next round. They both must survive for a buy next round. It's very important, but they're both going to die, so no buying next round. AWP is gone as well, so they need a half buy in this round. Oh, actually, their money's a lot better than I thought, but still, they
never say never, Dan. Kenny has enough for an AWP and body armor. That just might be the soft limit for G2. Actually, that's a lie. We know the soft limit is like FAMAS and no armor. Oh, and there it is.
There it is, double AWP. I mean, it can work. It's G2. They have the ability to make these buys work, and there's good rules. There's a rule book as to how Counter-Strike fundamentals work. But if you're good enough, you can create exceptions, and these teams fall under in the exceptions realm.
And then there goes one of the ops.
Traded out though in mids. Kenny S is still alive. That's what's important. Maybe.
It could be.
And looks like Nico's trying to get some information there, seeing one player going back to connector.
But look at this.
Olaf again is
Olaf
pushed
is
all the
once
way.
again, basically already in the B site.
You gotta keep check on this guy, man. He's cheeky. That is highly annoying. Oh man.
He's just winning these rounds by himself.
This is awesome. Imagine being the one guy to dominate a game full of these players.
This is just not going G2's way, Dan. This is turning it into a rough half of Counter-Strike for the Frenchmen, who started so. I think they were 4-1 after those Deagle wins, or 4-2. But in any case, since then it's just been going downhill. And we have Olaf Meister, 18-7.
I guess
those were high impact kills too. He's had so many entries on full buy rounds.
Oh yeah. And you know, we can see that the rounds won as well by G2, the 4-1, were actually all defuses, which tells you a lot. And every time FaZe want to get bomb down, they're being very successful. Even if they have a limited buy, they've been good at that. So
yes,
G2 have been struggling pretty much the entire time. I don't think we've really seen an actual moment where they actually controlled the game.
But for some reason, Apex does not throw the flash. Doesn't matter though, because NBK will just rush middle and one bullet people.
Oh my god, NBK is disgusting. Right now with that Deagle, he's picked up the AK as well, and he's in a 1v3. Now it's just down to Apex, he's got the near 5-7. NBK's Deagle has been consistently getting 2, which is nuts. That's insane.
He's got a hot Deagle hand.
I think it was
He has 10 more kills than basically everybody else on his team.
I think it was
send help. Send help.
Yeah, needs something. But it's Jason that said when he was in the studio recently that for him, he's like everybody has that player, he said, where if they're going off, that's just your favorite player to watch. And for him, he said it was MBK. When MBK is going off, he's just for him the most fun player to watch.
An Optic player is my least favorite. Carrigan runs through the smoke, leading the way. Guardian, that's a lucky shot through the smoke.
Yeah, and a trading
that
out.
kill. Second player as well. Nico with one of his own, and now G2 are once more in trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, but they have 2 AWPs here. Not the most ideal weapon for a retake, but it can actually be really useful against certain positions where they will be favoring shoulder peeking.
Ouch.
But I don't think there's really an easy way in here for the G2 side. Someone's going to have to pull out a pistol just to perhaps get a forward position. There's a peek though, Nico offering up something, a lifeline perhaps. The smoke down covering the pit position does force a player into connector, that's Guardian. MBK already on the bomb now, pressuring the bomb. Oh, this is a shot, Olaf there on the bomb side as well. Imagine if he hit that shot. It's down to Kenny S now, can he hit the shot? Oh, it's so close to Olaf Meister, can't get it from the top of the box. It is 10-5 at the end of the first half for FaZe, as they show an extreme level of dominance. And it's crazy to imagine that the way that things started, that one team could then end up being so dominant.
Part of that is the money system in Counter-Strike, right? Because if you just keep trading punches, which is effectively what they did through the first 6 or 7 rounds, eventually the CT side is going to lose out. And if they don't keep winning Deagle buys, they're just going to be broken down, and their economy will be terrible. And that really is what we saw happen. Of course, G2 still get buying because they're G2, but they did run out of magic towards the end of the half. So G2 now, they kind of need this pistol round.
They absolutely do. It's beyond a question, beyond a shadow of a doubt that this needs to go to them now, as they are looking to go for connector. Very strong. 4 players, more or less, well 3, is one left in mid there trying to dual rain. That's not a good idea, it would seem. And the bomb is available to be planted, perhaps not though. Rain with a long distance shot here. Able to pick off the bomber, and we'll go down eventually into a more default spot. CT plant on triple. Oh, so this is going to be so tough for G2. Shox has to just go God mode. No God Shox.
No. But no.
At least they got the plant, they got that money, and they can keep the pressure on. Will they force buy though? Will they go for all these? I love the second round force buys if you get the bomb down. If the team has like a good plan for it, but
I think they have to, just because they're gonna be down 5-11. It's getting that territory where you also want to give yourself some room to work with. And again, it is G2, so there's little doubt. That was a really nice shot by Rain, killing Apex there on Catwalk. Shocks really needed to kill basically both of those CT players for them to have a chance that round. Very, very much an uphill battle. Couldn't pull through. So now G2, ooh, actually on a save round.
oh wow.
Well, this is surprising.
They want those AKs, man, in the next round, and that's a smart choice. So the objective here will be to get one down, but with no utility. Good luck. MBK's got a deagle, so let's see if MBK can grab something, but beyond that is nothing going here for G2. 12-5 for FaZe.
Surprised to see them actually save there. I mean, they must have really had a terrible time with their second round buys on this map.
Oh yeah.
To opt for that position. So just a fast cleanup for FaZe. They're now 12-5. 12-5, commanding lead. So let's see. I mean, this is the round G2 just can't afford to lose.
Shock's going for it. He's just going to take that aim battle. But against 3 players, the triple P commit from FaZe. That's actually awesome. But they are overstaying their welcome there. Got to be considering those timings. And it's G2 to take full advantage with 2 kills within 5 seconds. And now they're in an awesome position.
That was just a really nice adjustment by Apex to just walk out into A as soon as his team communicated. There were 3 players in window, but Nico just flies out of the window room. Gets traded by Kenny S though. But is that, I think it's Carrigan who's pushing through underground now. So he's gonna be on the flank for Kenny. Meanwhile, the bomb carrier Apex is in the B tunnels. This is all over the place this round.
But it is G2 winning the battles, and the bomb will be freely planted on B as soon as it gets there. So
this is going to be a round for G2, barring something extraordinary happening, which we've seen.
It would have to be supernatural, wouldn't it? Let's see.
Kenny now on the flank should be able to get that kill, and he does. It's his 3rd of the round. 12-6. Still a pretty good amount of money for FaZe. Have to wonder if they just opt to go for the buy. This is where we see Apex just walking up T ramp and going for the entry pick as an adjustment to what FaZe were doing. That is exactly how you do need to punish those different aggressive setups, because otherwise the CTs will just keep doing them.
So a very big spread across the width of the map from G2. 1 pit, 1 palace, 2 mid, 1 B apps. Body trying to do the Olafmeister dance into B apps, whilst we get Shocks in a great position there already in connect. Got some consistency. Got Kenny with him as well. Apex will win his entries, and or just a snap of the fingers, and we have 4 players just dead.
30 seconds into the round, of course, just like the first half. This is just some high-octane Counter-Strike.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is why I love the open maps as well. It gives you the option to do this. On maps like Inferno and Cobblestone, you get locked down by utility so hard that you can't change the pace as drastically as this.
Bomb has been planted.
Carrigan trying to survive. Here's the stepping of MBK. He'll be able to get past him. Perhaps maybe there's a route to the ninja, but not anymore, just going straight for it. There were players actually trying to hunt him, presuming that he was going to go for the save. So Carrigan actually going for the stick now, but there's no way that he can get this.
Terrorists win.
Not quite. If he actually went for the peak for Tetris,
yeah,
he would have killed Kenny, because Kenny was so low, and in that case he actually would have gotten the defuse. Obviously, you know, like he couldn't have known, obviously, but it is interesting to think that he actually got that close in a 1v4, which should have been completely unwinnable.
It's awesome, yeah. It's so funny when it's great when you've clearly tricked the other team into thinking that you're saving. I think Carrigan, like, something turned on in his mind. It's like, wait, there's one of them. I just heard one of them run to B. They must think I'm saving. Wait, I can make a play here.
Yep.
This is pretty cool to see. Max sniper.
Ding early on.
Especially like a fight. I wouldn't take that fight with the Mac 10 personally.
No, I would not take that fight with the Mac 10.
I just, you know, not too confident on the long range headshot angles with the Mac 10. Shocks obviously knows something I don't about Mac 10s.
Oh, G2 already in the B side. No real need for Shox to be running out with such low health. He should just be backing up. Make sure FaZe don't kill him and get the money out of that. NBK and Kenny cleaning up the last man left. This is Olofmeister, who's surely, in your words, going to expire very soon.
Kenny saw the gun, but he didn't register it, I don't think.
No, he didn't realize that his gun was visible on his head. On his screen, sorry. So all of a sudden, G2 are starting to mount a comeback, and FaZe are actually in a save round. So this is probably the round where our dreams are crushed of a close game. And FaZe just get a couple 1-bigs, and then boom, game over. Meanwhile, by the way, Olofmeister at 24 kills now.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think Olaf, he's on that CT side now. I think he's slowing down a bit, and I think obviously, as you mentioned, he was the main reason why G2 were getting crushed in that first half. So now that he's disappeared a bit because he can't just aggressively take entry frags. There's a window of opportunity perhaps for G2 now. They are in that position instead. Guardian into smoke. Smoke demon, what can he find? Oh, he's going straight out there. Finds the barrel of Kenny. Will eat it. And trades it.
Olofmeister gets a little spammy with the deagle.
That's a 3v3. That's a dangerous position to find yourself in. One deagle bullet can change everything. And it's Nico holding that deagle. Oh my god. Rain's got a deagle. Oh my god. I feel like every single player. Oh, because usually in a game of Counter-Strike, like I said, the average, even top level Counter-Strike, you're like, oh, there's like 2 or 3 players on the server max. You're like, if they have a deagle, you're like, ooh, maybe.
It's basically almost the whole team.
It is basically the entire team of both teams. All 10 players. And that's the thing with Karrigan too, because Karrigan is actually he can have insane games individually. He's actually quite good. And
He's very up and down in the sense that he gets the flashy plays sometimes too.
Yeah. And it's really cool to see. I mean, a long time ago he was like there was one of the FaZe finals. He was the MVP of the entire LAN. It was the studio finals actually in London. He was Astralis or TSM at the time, I guess. Won that one.
Nico down 13 points of health early on. Shox perhaps not realizing that FaZe were gonna go for a buy because he still has his anchor. Gets taken out by Kenny. So that's not ideal. You generally don't want to be killing teammates.
No.
Unless a lesson that Sunny.
I mean, well, Sunny, they crushed both games, and he was just wrecking everyone, so I don't know, man. Maybe it's part of his process.
Including his team and himself.
It's part of his process. It's fine.
It's like Dexter, just can't stop killing. He thinks he's only killing the bad guys, but really, it gets out of control. Guardian gets killed as G2 start entering the A site, make that 2. He's seen the head of Apex as well. But let's see what happens. Apex is That's a 3rd for Guardian, and Kenny is the last man left. Ooh, that was a nice blink, but just barely misses, and then gets a leg shot. And unfortunately, that's not going to be enough because he's getting swarmed by four CTs.
But this is where things could start to get a bit out of control now because G2, their momentum has been somewhat halted by the victory of that round. Great one from Guardian too. Guardian's been another player with Olofmeister that has had a massive resurgence with FaZe. It's been so awesome to see him back at his previous level, because, or maybe, well, back at a very good level.
I mean, they've really gotten great performances from all 4 of their quote-unquote fraggers.
I think it tells you a lot as well about the idea of the mental state of players on certain teams, like how motivated you can be on a team and how that can affect your play, and also how your hunger is also affected, because you got to have to reach that well-beaten form, you have to have a crazy level of hunger.
For sure.
So you got to cultivate that mindset.
And part of the problem too is there's obviously the same issue applies to traditional sports where there's lots of players who are, they just can't self-motivate.
Yeah, exactly.
And their motivation just kind of ebbs and flows, and there's little they can seemingly do about it. Nico gets an entry on Shocks now in connector. And Carrigan's going to be the new player seeing action. And he's just going to stop the push there with the kill and the molly right after.
This is a really weird spot for G2 now. Looks like they may put their bets on mids into A now. And they need a kill. They need the next kill. They need to be able to get through connector. So it's Nico there in that position. Well, they can't even get to Nico. Olofmeister's causing issues. That Nate might do the job though, but perhaps not. Olofmeister will escape with 4 HP, and Kenny's left with an AWP and no hope in hell.
AWP and no hope.
No hope for Kenny S. His baguettes will be taken away by force.
No, this is not a good place to be. He is surely going to be chased down. The only question is how many CTs will get to him in time. See, if he gets the kill here, maybe he's gonna survive, and he does get the kill. But he doesn't realize Carrigan's already snuck up that close to him. Instantly gets taken down. 14-9 now in favor of FaZe. I think G2 will still muster a single buy round, as we see Carrigan with the second out we talked about. Talked about him fielding on the CT side at times prior to the game. 14-9. This is now where G2 need to win a couple rounds in a row, break FaZe's money, and get back into the game, because it's starting to slip away from them. I mean, basically G2 had a run of 4 round wins on both halves, going up 4-1 and 4-2, and that's really all they got.
Yeah, pretty much. Double AWP is going to be an issue for FaZe, rather sorry for G2 to deal with. But that is a nice pick there from NBK. Final one from Palace. Smoke lineup. Rain going for an investigation here. Looking to take a forward position, which after having a player cleared out on the bomb site is pretty important. Can be unexpected as well, because NBK would previously have maybe figured it was clear, maybe not. At the same time, he's crossing his T's, he's dotting his I's, he's playing diligently, he's checking everything thorough.
Nice shot by Carrigan. NBK gets the kill in A though. 2 FaZe players left in B. Are they gonna get attacking? Kenny wins the the AWP battle in B tunnels, but he's gonna be falling back with the bomb. Maybe the last player left alive in the A side gets flanked by Shocks coming out of connector. Now Carrigan is the last man standing. 1v3. It doesn't seem like G2 realize how close he's gotten. They do now, as he gets spotted by NBK. Gets the initial kill, but Shocks closes the round out. 14-10. And we're starting to make it a little closer again, Dan.
Yeah, G2 able to get a round win, but this was a very weird round for me. I mean, we saw a lot of movement basically everywhere. So, you know, G2 tried to push B, they tried to push A, push mid, basically sort of just go Fnatic style, push all over the place.
Yep.
Just loads of individual battles, and it's so hard to say who's going to win them this time. You know, shots running in.
Now it's just G2 rushing middle, and Guardian gets run over by Force.
Oh no! Oh no! Shocks is just going in, and he's left a lot of destruction in his wake.
Great round by him. Reminds me of what Olofmeister did.
Exactly.
Somewhere in the middle of the first half. Just running up connector with an AK. So Olof now, man himself, is going to be attempting to save his rifle. It's going to be 14-11 for his team FaZe. But FaZe are going to have no money, so they're going to have to be, well, I mean, they're going to have to be on a pistol buy or on a save round. Just put it that way. Let's not, close any doors.
Yeah, it's a weird game. It's really, really weird. I don't know, like, I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what G2, how they, figure it's the best approach to win against FaZe on their CT side. Like, I feel like G2 is still figuring it out. Obviously, we saw a really fast pace there, just rushing up connector. And again, we don't actually see that. We've had a lot of Mirage lately, and there's not been many teams that have run that strat, but I think it's a really nice one to throw in there.
It is a team tactic, that requires quite a bit of skill. Because you are taking, to some extent, unfavorable duels. Well, the only thing you have going for you is the element of surprise. So as a result, you kind of do need the high skill level to sort of make up for some of that deficit.
And the crazy thing is that even in that round, they didn't have any element of surprise because there's a peek immediately into mid from the CTs. Shox immediately kills him, but then just, you know, they just keep going into it, which is awesome.
I mean, Kenny was about 1/3 of a second too late, and that's why Shox already got out of his double zoom area, which really is the big difference maker in that round. Let's see. An NBK 2 entry kills. He's had a fantastic game so far.
Yeah,
Apex
NBK's
sprays down to himself.
he's been doing massive work for his team. Like the shots that he connected on the first half were really insane. Insane.
Especially the 1-bigs, man.
Yes.
Those were some of the nicer shots we've seen in a while. Well, I mean, Rain's doing his best NBK impression.
Yeah, it would be massive if he can keep hold of this AK.
By the way, just a classic example again where there's absolutely no reason you should be chasing the last CT in a 4v1 where he has no weapon. And then Shox goes in, tries to get the kill. Now Rain actually saves an AK for the next round. It is unfortunate when you see this kind of mistakes being made at the highest level, because it really just should not be happening.
Yeah, it's players just wanting to have a bit of fun and play loose, and it's also that false sense of security. It's like, you know, I've got a bunch of teammates alive. I can go for the frag because I will be the first to die and we'll still be in a 3v1. So no mistake has been made yet because, you know, it's like this like
no costly mistake anyway.
It's like weird logic like that where you sort of rationalize things to yourself. I mean we've all done that. We've all done it for the eco frags.
See, this is the round where Rain now gets like 4 kills with the AK, just to, you know, add insult to injury. That there was no reason he should have even had the AK. Let's see.
I mean the AK is so powerful on any of these FaZe players. They all have they're all insane riflers, especially Rain.
Oh, and Apex gets a fast entry kill on Nico.
That is really important. That's going to remove a huge amount of space for Rain to work with, and a huge amount of time for him to work with as well. Nice drive-by shot from Apex.
Listen, if Apex is just going to be running across the map, shooting 1-bullet headshots, then yeah, it's fine to give Rain the AK. Now, I'm not sure how sustainable that is, but it seems to work just fine this round. A lot of Deagle action this game.
Yeah, people are getting better and better at the Deagle just every month.
And G2 are just chasing down Guardian, by the way. He only has a Deagle in that situation. They're all going after him. I think this is the Apex shot. 14-13. Just like that, we're 1 round away, and now G2 has all the money control. It's not that long ago the FaZe were up 12-5.
Oh yeah. It's been quite the journey between these two teams, an impossible to predict journey. And now we're going to see from G2 a sort of explosion into the A site.
Guardian's coming first team, meeting them. First kill. Sees Apex and just connects.
Ooh, the snap is not there, and even though they were able to defend into the first 2 kills thanks to Guardian, somehow the site's still taken. It's a 3v3.
And Rain is down to very low health. Oh, that's just gonna... No, it's gonna get taken down.
Oh dear, that's not good. The FaZe. Oh man.
And just like that, Buddy's triple effectively nullifies Guardian's early kills. Now it's 14-14, Dan, and FaZe has no money.
I know, right?
How did we get to this point from down 5-12?
And how awesome is it for G2? Because
Fantastic
G2,
game.
they have the ability to absolutely take the points away from FaZe, and they need them desperately. Like, it's such a big difference maker for the playoffs there to make it to Cancun for both of these teams, for G2 in particular being in the same position as 3 other teams also.
FaZe only 1 minute, I think. So, still very much battling for a spot. But part of the problem is Bardolph has invited like everybody to the phone party, so there's only so few spots we can give to the actual players.
That's true. Uh-oh.
Chief Party Officer.
UMP.
Shox down to very low health. This could get dangerous. And it does get dangerous because NBK goes down. And now it's a 3v4 in favor of FaZe, and Shox is down to very low health.
It's happening, isn't it? It's gonna happen.
It surely feels like it.
I mean, Body's the only guy that can really make the difference here. If he can get somehow a good position to get a frag, and so they can at least get a plant. The plant really is what makes the difference here. That is a very, very phenomenal pick.
But you still got Carrigan in the site. He can still ruin the day for G2, and it looks like he will, because the last player left has 10 points of health and just no way of winning this round.
Oh dear, Drox is going to go down. The CZs have been victorious again. The nefarious CZs.
It is only fitting that a weak force buy is how FaZe actually get back into it after all these rounds.
But it might go to overtime because here's a big buy from G2 against FaZe's double up setup.
Interesting that they actually opted to go for the double up. I guess it's just a function of them losing many of the last, I don't know, 10 rounds. It's slower round for G2. Body Olafmeister in underground. This puts quite a bit of pressure now on Olaf. Use that player with the bomb. It's Apex in B tunnels, and that's going to be a key duel. What's going to happen there?
Oh, Olaf has the bomb. Oh my god. Olaf has the bomb.
That was the kill. That was the kill that Apex just needed to get on Olafmeister.
Yep, he knew he was coming. That's the thing with Olafmeister, like you know he's coming for you, but you still can't stop it.
Yep.
Kenny S down, and it's just MBK left now as well. Critically weak. The bomb's stuck in a horrible choke point. There is not much hope from Mr. MBK. And there it is, 16-14. FaZe steal it away right at the end. And this was indeed a game which